You are watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, how small improvements to your smile can make a big difference. According to my first guest, it can change your life. With us, we have an expert on the topic. He is America's orthodontist, Dr. Chase. Dr. Chase, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Randy.
Now, before we get into today's topic, because, you have a pretty large practice group with offices stretched across, I guess, the East Coast.
Not quite the East Coast.
Where are you exactly?
We have several offices from Boston out to Cape Cod.
Okay.
So 9.
And for people that don't know you, you also work with your father.
Correct.
He's the founder.
Yes.
Who's your typical patient, and what are the different procedures that you do?
That's such a big question, Randy. That really is a big question. You know, when we talk about a typical patient, there really, in the last 15 years, has been a shift in orthodontics. 15 years and beyond ago, it was primarily a practice or a field where kids were seen.
Okay.
Now we have tons of adults. Invisalign had come along about that time and really opened the door for people who wanted to have their teeth straight but didn't have the comfort level with having braces, being out in the professional world.
What are the age ranges? Adults, you say, up until how old?
Our oldest patient was 83 years old.
For orthodontics?
For orthodontics. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. Piano teacher. She always wanted her teeth to be straight. She came in, she said, listen, I want my teeth to be straight and I don't want braces.
Okay.
I said, I have your solution. I've got you covered. Okay. And we spent about 1.5 years with her and gave her a dynamite smile.
So what age should they bring, and you're talking to parents, obviously, not the children are watching this.
Right.
When should they bring in their child?
By age 7. We want
early?
That early, yes. When a child grows from 6 to 9 years old, those changes can be massive, and the permanent teeth are usually erupting around age 6 to 7. If we can see the child by age 6, changes that are happening that sometimes a pediatric dentist might not pick up, we're able to see, and we're able to correct issues that could be developing.
So what are the different ways now? What's new? What are the new ways to straighten teeth?
Great question, Randy. There are, most people know at this point about Invisalign. They've done a really wonderful job marketing themselves, opening the door to adult braces. But Invisalign isn't a solution for everything. Okay. There are braces that are behind the teeth. We call them lingual braces. They were out of fashion for a while.
Like invisible or behind the teeth?
Behind the teeth. Invisible braces. They're not invisible to the human eye, but they're invisible to the public when you're speaking. So you can actually have braces that are manufactured specifically for your teeth. They are done with the aid of impressions and computers. And it's a custom bracket that fits your tooth and your tooth alone, as opposed to braces that are on the outside surfaces of the teeth, which is a random general selection because the outer surface of a tooth is pretty generic and smooth, but the inside surface of a tooth is much more detailed and finite. Okay. So lingual braces are huge now. They are custom made. They're in probably some of your friends and you don't even know it.
Because they're
behind the teeth.
Some of my friends might have braces.
Some of your friends might have braces.
I think I know these people, but I really don't.
You might have braces. So so the difference between that and Invisalign is you don't have to take out a tray when you go out to a dinner. You don't have to run to.
Sounds like a great idea.
Do one of these things.
Is it trickier though for you?
It's a little more difficult for me. It's more challenging. Your visits are often a little bit longer. But if the result you want is something that's going to be invisible on the way to that result, then you're going to want to use this if we don't think that Invisalign is a good solution. Now, I'm not saying that Invisalign isn't great. It's great for a lot of cases, but it isn't perfect for every case.
Okay, what else has changed? What else has changed
over the years, we've migrated from only steel wires to wires that were developed by NASA. These wires are heat conductive and they have a lot of the ability to manipulate them very easily, to be more comfortable at the initial visit, extended times between your appointments, and therefore there are less visits over the course of a year. So instead of seeing you once every 3 or 4 weeks to change a wire, we're seeing you once every 6 or 8 weeks.
Okay, good. Now you believe, you're one of the, respectfully I say, you're a dentist, an orthodontist, right, and you think the smile's pretty important.
I think the smile is the most important.
Because we're talking about white teeth, straight teeth. How important is that?
How important is it for you to impress the people that you're around?
Okay.
How important is it for you to feel confident about yourself? How important is it for you to express yourself and live your life? That's how important a smile is. A smile is like a door or a window to your life. People know who you are when you're smiling. They see you laughing. They feel comfortable with you. If you're embarrassed about your smile, you don't have a level of confidence that people who aren't embarrassed about their smile do. So that will change your life. Changing your smile will change your life. Opens doors for you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you see transformations as far as personality?
Amazing transformations.
Because we talked on the phone, and I thought, boy, this is a pre-production, and I'm thinking, this is going to be a boring conversation.
No,
it's about straightening teeth. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I got off that phone call, and our team here at the Wellness Hour could tell you, I go, this is a different kind of show here. I mean, you're into this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely into this. I mean, you can make a difference in someone's life. You can change them when they're 7 years old, change them when they're 12 years old, you can change them when they're 18 years old, you can change them when you're 40 or 50 years old, 70 or 80 years old, as I said. I mean, at any time in your life, if you ever looked in the mirror and smiled at yourself and said, well, I don't really like the lines around the eyes, I can't help you. Okay? But if you look at your smile and you don't like the position of your teeth in your face, if you look at your smile, you don't like how a tooth is protruding or how a tooth is back, or you just don't feel comfortable about something but you can't put your finger on it, I can change your life.
So this is cosmetic dentistry. You know, a lot of people in this economy, not everybody wants to spend $30,000, $50,000, $80,000 here in California on a set of veneers.
Right.
So
oh no, I can change. I could change your smile for percentages of those numbers that you're talking about. You know, and the interesting thing about orthodontics is I change not only your smile, I also change your bite. Okay, so if you're biting together and you don't feel comfortable, or the upper jaw is ahead of the lower jaw and you've got buck teeth, okay, we can make changes in that.
I mean, because when I think of, and I've talked to some people about this, when we think of a cosmetic dentist or smile makeovers, in my mind, I don't think of an orthodontist.
You should.
But we should.
We should be the first person. We should be the first one you think of. We should definitely be the first one to think of. I mean, I've got some people here.
Let's take a look.
I'd love to share.
I
brought a stack of
these
photos.
are like baby pictures when you were showing me in the green room.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you're really proud of these.
I am. I'm very proud. Here's the first one I'm proud of.
Okay.
He's a great smile, but he's a little gummy.
Gummy smile.
Gummy smile.
I hope you have permission to use this photo.
Absolutely. Everybody here has given us permission to use their likeness in the show.
That's funny.
I want to point something out. Even though I'm kidding about that smile, look how big that smile is.
Yeah.
Look, it says something about him.
Okay.
It says something about him.
But it also puts me in a good mood.
It puts you in a good. Okay, you're laughing. It made you smile. His smile made you smile. So a smile is contagious.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Good. Even if it is a little gummy, but we don't do that. we don't do that.
Okay.
We'll make it much better.
All right.
Let me show you somebody. It's a beautiful young lady. She's fantastic. But let me take a look at the before picture.
Okay.
I want you to focus on the before picture, because here in the before picture, look at her smile. We've asked her to smile. Smile like you're really happy. Smile like you just walked into your own birthday surprise party. That's her smile. So I said to her, where's your smile? Why aren't you smiling so big? I don't like my teeth. I don't like my teeth.
At that age, they say
At that age. And they might not have even said to their mom or their dad, I don't like my teeth. But if a mom or dad is really keen on the emotions of their kid, they'll notice that when they smile, it's not one of these full kind of belly laughter smiles. They're not going ear to ear, as they say. They're showing the few front teeth, or sometimes they don't even show any teeth. It's like a smirk. And also, look at the rest of her. Look at the rest of her face when she smiles. Her eyes aren't lighting up. She looks a little bit sad. She's smiling, but the emotion is a little bit sad. Okay? I want to take a look at the after picture.
Wow.
Okay? Now take a look at how broad that smile is. Look where her cheeks are. Look where her lips are.
Her eyes are different.
Her eyes are different. Her face is different. She's a totally different person, transformed.
How many years later is that?
A couple of years.
Looks like 10 years later.
No, she's still young. She looks very young. She can't be 10 years older.
Right, but it gives them...
Right. So you're talking about somebody who's
well.
a teenager, early teens, going into the changes of high school, late, early adolescence, all of those things, all the other emotions that are going on. If she can smile like that, have that confidence around her friends, have that confidence in an office, come in looking forward to having a great smile, a great day, a great part of their day every day, this is what we're talking about. This is how we're changing lives. You don't think she's running home going, look at my smile? She's all over her Facebook account, all over her Instagram. She's doing everything with that. She's doing everything with that smile now.
So parents that are watching this, I have an 11-year-old.
Okay.
But what do you
He
say
should be on
to,
the East Coast.
What do you exactly? But what do you say to them? Like, what are signs that I mean, when should they do something? Only when you visually see a problem?
Well, no. So, like I said, age 7 is the first orthodontic visit, and if your child is 9 or 12, don't feel badly. You didn't miss a boat that can't come back to shore for you. You know, we can make changes, as I said, up to your 80s. You're walking around, you're healthy, we can take care of you. Parents should look for emotionally. You know, when you're telling a joke, are they laughing but holding their lips closed? Do they hold their head down? Do they kind of shy away from pictures? Do they not want to be in the front of the room? Are they not that level of gregariousness?
And it could be their teeth.
It could be. It's probably a lot to do with their teeth. A lot to do with their teeth. And that can start at a very early age. Look, I look at my daughter. She's 15 months old. Okay? She was so absolutely insane when she saw the first tooth in her mouth looking in the mirror. She can't stop looking and laughing. Okay? At 15 months, children are aware of their smile. All of the days from 15 months to 7 years old.
And you believe that you're setting this, like a young gal like this, up for success?
Absolutely, absolutely. She's going to have confidence when she walks into a school interview. She's going to have confidence for, you know, college. She's going to have confidence for a job interview. She's going to have confidence to meet a spouse in the future. She's going to have confidence around her friends. She's going to bring people to gatherings. She has an air about herself, that she's never had before. She's wonderful.
Okay, good.
Yeah, she's great. I got another case for you.
All right.
I got another case for you. Take a look at this guy, handsome guy, right? Real handsome guy. Sorry about that. Real handsome guy. All right. But again, look at the smile. Focus in. Look at, you know, he's got a little bit big of a smile.
Your eye, when you look at this, what do you see? Because that looks like a nice little smile.
Look, he's a good-looking guy. He's got a nice little smile. I like that you said that. You pointed that out. He has a nice little smile. We want to have a nice big smile, a great big smile. Look at the corner of his smile. Look how you can see shadows there. When he smiles, really, if you count the number of teeth that he shows, he's showing 4 teeth.
All right.
Okay. In the upper arch, not including your wisdom teeth, you have 14 teeth. Okay. Right? He's showing 4 out of 14 teeth. All right. Julia Roberts has a 12-tooth smile. All right. Goes from first molar to first molar. Things this big. All right. He's showing 4.
And the after, I mean, big difference.
Huge. Huge. He's a 10-tooth smile now. 10-tooth smile. Randy, now, okay, so we showed you the outside, but take a closer look. Look at the picture underneath that.
Underneath, okay.
Underneath that, okay. Now take a look. Why is he smiling? Okay? He's smiling that way because he doesn't like where those upper canine teeth are. And this is a very, very common problem. The upper canine teeth.
Do friends make fun of them? Do they tell you sometimes?
Yeah, maybe not this guy particularly, but a lot of people have issues with their friends, even joking around. Not like they're being bullied, but the constant, look at you with your funny teeth. Shark teeth, you hear a lot, okay?
Is that right?
Yeah, we fix shark teeth all the time. So you don't want to walk around with these teeth that come in. Now, why do those teeth come in that way? I know that's what you're thinking.
You're reading my mind.
I'm reading your mind. So the teeth come in that way because there isn't enough room in the palate. So the upper arch orthodontics, the upper arch, that jaw has to accommodate all of the teeth. If there isn't room, the teeth are going to grow in summer.
So you broaden that out?
Yeah, okay. We broaden that right out. Pretty simply, and especially in an adolescent, it's usually very, very easy, very, very comfortable.
Okay, you have more photos. I've got a quick break. Very good.
Yeah, many more photos for you. Here's a woman. Take a look. I want you to see the far away, the face view, as well as the close-up of her mouth. Mm-hmm. Here's a woman who has a nice smile. Now, she's a confident person, but she's just unhappy with her teeth. Take a look up close with her teeth. They're flared forward. There's a lot of big spaces between her teeth, and one of her teeth is significantly smaller than the tooth that is the same on the other side, the contralateral tooth. Okay? So what do we need to do? We have to figure out where the teeth belong, because now I have a tooth that's about half the size of what it's supposed to be. So in her particular case, it wasn't just orthodontics that created the outcome. It was the orthodontics to close all the general spaces, properly position that small tooth, and then we sent her back to her general dentist to do a really beautiful, beautiful restoration. So he made the tooth on the right side look like the tooth on the left side, which is her natural tooth size and shape. Now look at the after. Look at her smile. Look how different. Nice. Look at the difference of how she smiles. Notice how the curvature of her smile matches the curvature of her teeth. Where in the initial, if you look back at the initial, you'll see that the smile line kind of goes straight across.
Well, the bottom teeth were also showing on the before. A lot.
Because her top teeth were flared forward. So if I look at a garage door and I open it up, I could see what's under the garage.
So she couldn't really close it like that.
Well, she was together, but it wasn't at the correct angles. So her teeth, she felt, were too protrusive or a little bit what they call bucky. She wasn't very happy with the smile from the position of the spaces and from the flaring of the teeth.
Very nice.
Huge difference. It's a huge difference.
What do they say when it's done?
Oh, what do they say?
Like when the braces
amazing, I
are
love
off.
you, hugs, kisses, the whole 9 yards.
And you believe you're changing people's lives.
Oh, there's
that straight teeth set you up for success in a way. I'm paraphrasing what you told me.
Oh, there's no question that it does. There's no question that it does. You know, even that little gecko in the Geico commercials, he smiles all the time. I mean, you can see him smiling. You know.
So as an orthodontist, you notice people smiling. And you also notice people that aren't smiling?
So you walk into any room, you walk into a party, you walk into any social event, a restaurant, you know, who's having the most fun? The people are smiling. Do you want to be around the people who are like quiet and calm and sullen in the corner and not happy? Do you want to be around the people that are smiling? It's, you know, it's like a magnet.
So the adults, and we're going to switch over to the adults for just a moment.
Great.
Do you believe there's a lot of people that are walking around Boston, for example, where you are, that they appear to be grumpy or sad or mad or whatever? And
most of them walk like this in their phones because it's a really good escape. You don't have to show you know, when you're happy and you're kicking your heels and you're singing in the rain and all that other stuff, they're not doing that. And those are the people that aren't happy with their smiles. I got another great case to show you. I want to show you something. This is a phenomenal woman. She's fantastic. I want you to take a look at her upper lip. Okay?
Okay.
She's got a really big story. She had come to me after spending...
Not much of an upper lip.
Not much of it, no.
To look at.
Not much of an upper lip at all. But take a look at the after. Take a look at how her lip has changed. Okay, see that profile picture? Look before. Look at the before. You see how you can hardly see her upper lip?
Yeah.
Now look at the after. You see it's there. It's in front of her lower lip. It's where the lip belongs. We've changed the position of her top teeth.
By doing what?
By changing the angles of her top teeth, by changing the position of her bite, by moving her around. Now remember, I talked to you about lingual braces before, okay? And take a look at the before and after of her smile. Notice some differences in her smile. Look at the before. You see how narrow, even though she's smiling big, the sides of her teeth are narrow on the top. There's some shadows on the side. Now take a look at the after. Big, broad smile, super happy. She had been treated before, and this happens a lot. We do a lot of what we call retreats. You had braces when you were younger. You had, you know, Invisalign when you were young, whatever it was. And today you're not happy. Something moved. Something doesn't feel right. In her case, her bite didn't feel right. She hated
when you say how her teeth came together?
The way her bite came together, she said, was very uncomfortable. She always felt that she was moving her jaw around to find a comfortable spot. She didn't like the way it looked when she smiled, but her biggest motivating factor was it just didn't feel right when she bit down. Didn't feel right. So now she comes to me, she says, I don't want to do Invisalign, I don't want to have anything removable. I don't want to do braces, I don't want to have anything on the outside of my teeth. I said, I've got your solution.
Well, like what is
Pixie
it?
dust.
Yeah.
Poof. No.
I'm going to do my seat here.
Right.
So what did you do?
We did lingual braces, the braces behind the teeth.
Oh,
What I mentioned
like
before.
invisible or behind the teeth
Behind
braces?
the teeth braces, bonded to the teeth, like regular braces, instead of on the outside, behind the teeth on the inside. Now, her case was complicated. We simpled it down. Many different treatment plans. Many different treatment plans, many different options is what I'm talking about. Okay? So somebody might look at her and say, well, we have to move your bones here or there, or we have to take teeth out. We weren't going to take any teeth out for her. We were going to improve her smile, get her back her upper lip, get her that smile that was broad, but most importantly, get her that bite that felt really good to her. And when it was all done, she couldn't say enough about it. She was just absolutely thrilled.
Okay, good.
Fantastic. I got another case for you. This fella came to me for a couple of reasons. You take a look at his smile again, look at the before. Okay? Notice when he smiles again, 6 teeth in his smile. Notice the shadows on the side. Take a closer look at the other photo, go underneath that. I want you to take a look at the other photo. When he bit together, his front teeth didn't come together. Okay? So now try to bite into a sandwich with a piece of lettuce in there. What happens? Nothing. All right?
What's that called? Open bite?
Open bite. Exactly.
Interesting.
So an open bite oftentimes happens because the top jaw is a little bit too narrow. So if you take a look at those teeth really closely again, not only is his bite open in the front, you could see through to his tongue. That photo, the close-up. Notice his top teeth are on the sides are narrower than the bottom teeth on the sides.
So on this after, huge difference.
Huge difference.
Looks like you added teeth at the corners, though.
It does look like I added teeth, and that's what happens when you widen out the smile. You can fill out the corridors of the soft tissue, the lips. So where was his smile
That's
going?
not veneers on the
That's not
outside?
veneers. Those are his natural teeth. We did nothing other than move his teeth into the right position. Okay? Now, look at the close-up of the after when he bites together. Look at how the teeth come together so perfectly. Okay? In 2.5 years, we made him look 10 years younger. So what did I save him? 7.5 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but look at the difference between the before and the after. Okay, look very closely. More sophisticated of a man. He'll do better in anything he looks to do.
In the after, yeah,
in the after,
that's right.
He's great. He's fantastic. Confident smile. Okay, a new air about himself, if you will.
So when I say this, I want to ask you, when we're on the phone or when we talk here off camera and I say, but you know, I mean, it's just teeth. What goes through your mind? Do you think like Randy just doesn't get it?
I don't think you don't get it. I just think that over the time of our lives, people have dismissed the teeth. So I'll give you an example, just completely aside from orthodontics. You have a tooth infection, 90% of people say pull it out. I got 28 others, doesn't matter. But if you had an infection in your finger, would you say lop it off?
No.
No, exactly. They're not just teeth. They're part of your body. If they're not in the right place, you move them to the right place, and they're going to do your body good. If they're in the right place, then we've done a great job for you. We change your smile, you can go ahead and change your world.
Now, not
your
everybody
life.
gets to see you, because I know you have many offices.
Correct.
And you share and you run your business like the Ritz-Carlton or the Four Seasons. Does everybody share the same philosophy? And if so, it's hard to believe.
So we have really culled, I don't know is the appropriate word. I mean, it's a Northeast word and lobsters, whatever. But when you talk about developing a practice, you need to have people of like minds to make it successful, to make it work, to make the patients happy. While many of us have come, and currently we have 9 doctors altogether. Many of us have come from different schools, many from the same schools, but the philosophy is the same. The core values are the same. Care, concern, and compassion overarches excellence and professionalism, respect and support. And the office is filled with a level of integrity that isn't surpassed by anything else in the business. So when you talk about the Ritz-Carlton or the Four Seasons, I guess I appreciate that acknowledgement. But the reality is our core values are what brings us to who we are. And we're able to treat the patients in a way that gives them an opportunity to experience the best part of their life forever.
Which is their smile.
Their smile. Exactly.
And do you, when you're with a patient, do you also reframe the fact that the importance of their smile? I mean, do you get them excited about their smile? Because when I got off the phone with you, I was smiling more that day.
It's great.
Because you made me think.
You know, the day we take your braces off is a real treat. I'm not going to tell you what we do, but it's a real treat. I mean, everybody leaves laughing, singing, happy, thrilled, hugs. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. That's a wow when the braces come off. An absolute wow.
So if you don't like your smile, do something about it.
Definitely.
So we're just about out of time.
Can I show you a couple more before we
Yes,
go?
okay.
Is that cool? Is that cool?
Probably
right.
2 more.
So, okay, 2 more. All right, I got this is phenomenal. Remember what I was talking about, like what to look for as a parent when you got a young kid? Look at that before. Look how he smiles. Every single photograph that he's had up until that point, not showing his teeth.
Did you tell him to smile?
Told him to smile.
And that's it?
Told him to smile. And the girls, when they come in, we take the pictures every day. First day they come in, we get their photographs taken. Smile. No, smile big. Show your teeth. And it's like almost an argument to get people to show their teeth half the time. He wouldn't do it.
What do you say to him?
I'm going to make you happy. I'm going to make you smile with your teeth. Smile with your teeth. And look what he does. Look at him. Handsome guy. Look at how excited he is to smile. Look at how we took his braces off. He had his phone and he's clicking pictures. Okay? So he had recognized the transformation before the braces actually came off. He knew what was going on. He realized that he was a different person.
So parents watching this, if your child is smiling with their mouth closed,
Yeah.
in photos,
1-800-28-SMILE.
bring them in. That's your number.
That's our number. 1-800-28-SMILE. Bring them in. We'll make them smile.
Okay, good.
Good. I got 2 more to show you.
All right.
Okay. Take a look at her. She's a sweet young gal. 4-tooth smile. Okay. Good outlook, but again, look at the eyes. All right. I'm smiling, but I'm not really smiling. Now take a look at her eyes in the final. Smiling. Take a look at her bite when she was finished. The final picture of the bite, the close-up of the teeth. Look at the difference between the before and the after. You can see, look at the shadow in the before picture cast by her teeth on the top that were protruding too far ahead of her bottom teeth. Now look at how close they're together. Those teeth work properly. They bite together properly. Okay? And my last case, take a look at this guy.
This is good for their self-confidence, obviously.
Completely good. You know, if you have a kid that's happy, a little bit more confident, less likely to get bullied maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay? More likely to have better friends, better relationships, for sure.
All right.
Okay? One last case. Take a look at this guy. Take a look at where his bottom teeth and top teeth were coming together when he smiled. okay? Almost no teeth, you can hardly see him. You can see his bottom teeth, but you can't see his top teeth. And take a look at his after smile, big broad smile, super happy. Can't change his world.
All right. Now, if you had to say, and we really are out of time, parents watching this, the goal is to get them in early, so by the time they're in 8th or 9th grade, they're out of their orthodontics.
Potentially,
Is that ideal?
As I said, ideal. 7 years old, first visit, we want to get them into the system. Why? Because even if they're not, and most of them don't get anything when they come in at 7 years old. Okay, most of them go into what we call an OBS program, kids club, a lot of fun. Come on in once every 6 months or so, so we can monitor the growth and development, and only treat when the time is right. Only treat when the patient is ready for whatever they need. And sometimes at 6, they might be waiting until they're 12 or 13 years old before we get anything going. Sometimes we do things early. It depends.
But do a lot of parents wait too long? Wait until they're
I would
10th
say
grade or 11th grade?
They wait until it becomes more challenging for us to do the work. So if I see something that's going on early, I can say if somebody lost a tooth early because they had a bad cavity in a baby tooth and it was pulled out. If we don't maintain that space and preserve it, then it's going to become a much more difficult case where teeth are impacted, potentially that wouldn't have been impacted before. It means many more procedures potentially for the patient in order to get us to the end result. So if we can see them early, we know what to do and when to do it.
But what if the pediatric dentist said,
you know,
everything's fine?
And fine is great. Pediatric dentists are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. But their focus is primarily on the cavities and the general oral health, brushing, flossing, that kind of thing. And sometimes it strays a little bit from the growth and the development, and that's what we specialize in.
Okay.
I mean, and we work incredibly closely with pediatric dentists. I mean, it really is one of the most impressive relationships.
And final word on adults.
Yes.
That
come on down. I know that you're scared. I
40
know that
plus,
you're frightened.
50 plus. You said an 80-year-old had orthodontics?
Yeah, yeah.
Invisible behind the teeth?
Behind the teeth braces, Invisalign, clear brackets, which are on the outside, but they're made of ceramic or glass. They blend in with the teeth, so you see a wire. We have a solution for you. Whatever the generation that you're in, we have a solution.
Good. I want to thank you for coming on the program.
My pleasure.
Excellent.
I had
Excellent.
a really great time. Thank you so much for having me.
You've been watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. If you would like, if you just caught 5-10 minutes, the last part of this interview, and you want to see it again, you can go to our website at wellnesshour.com. Just put in Dr. Chase. You'll find him there. For now, I wish you good health.